But no matter what comes next, I still have to face the ending.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Blades in the Dark. Do we want to go through introductions again, or just jump right in?
Introductions are always good.
Who's up first?
All right, I'll go ahead and go first. Hey, everybody, I'm Griffin, and I'm playing Edward Rockwell II, a red-headed, proper-looking gentleman with a nice hat. He's a noble fallen Scovlem, or Scovlan, and he is the group's spider. Right,
Hello,
now I'll
world.
pass it along.
Yep, I'll be playing Parissa, who is a weird lurker. Where it's not that I particularly enjoy thieving, it's that there's really nothing I enjoy more.
Muffin, you go first.
Oh, that's me. I'm Muffin. Yeah, I'm Jamie Collett. I am playing Alston Haig, also known as Grit, who is Edward's bodyguard for the most part, with a who's a local to this here city and has a bit of a storied history, let's say.
Alright, and I am Furor Ardante, otherwise known as Professor. I'm a Taikarosi, former professor of the Taikarosi Academy. I am pale. I am incidentally burnt over 90% of my body. I only show you my face. My face is not burnt.
Yet.
We're working on that.
Well, I mean, I do believe we have downtime coming up.
That we do.
And a bottle of acid.
We ran out of time last time to get to the actual downtime activities, so yeah. Now, if everyone remembers, they had to choose a vice during character creation.
Mm-hmm.
One thing we glossed over, though I noticed a couple of you were able to fill that in on their own, is who gives you what you need for your vice. In the book on page 299 is a list of a whole bunch of purveyors of different vices. So it's always good to note that down beside your vice on your character sheet. So I just want you to keep that in mind as we go through this downtime.
That's different than our friend.
Yes.
Usually your drug dealer shouldn't be your friend.
Hey, my drug dealer said he's my best friend. He's the only one who understands me, not like you guys.
Big yikes.
All right. Well, I've chosen mine off the list. I'm now a fan of the theater.
Nice.
All right. So I bring that up because there are a few downtime actions the characters can take. Every character has 2 downtime actions unless the crew is at war.
Mm-hmm.
The crew goes to war when they hit negative relations of 3 with any other faction.
And so far, we're doing pretty good on that front.
Making progress.
We'll get there.
So there are 6 main actions for downtime. There's acquire an asset, which is getting something to use later for the crew. This is working to get another vehicle or working to get your hands on some illicit equipment or something like that. There's long-term projects, which can vary from tinkering with Sparkcraft to trying to uncover rituals to getting contacts in other parts of the city. It's kind of a catch-all for a lot of extra things that you would do during downtime. Another important one, recover. If you have access to a doctor as a friend or a contact with the crew, or someone in the crew has the psychic training ability, you can get some treatment to try and heal up the wounds after a severe beating from the Bluecoats. Next is reduce heat. Either through intimidation, likability, or something else, you work on reducing the heat of the crew so that the Bluecoats don't consider you that big a concern. Next up is training. You can mark off an XP under your insight, prowess, or resolve. given your crew's ability for training, if you choose prowess, you get to mark off 2 XP instead of 1 for a downtime action. And last, the one that can get you in the most trouble and is probably the most useful is your vice. Going to your purveyor to try and reduce your stress.
All right.
So
They're
we're
all
good.
pretty simple and understandable, I think.
We'll dive into the actual mechanics as people do different things, just so the audience has an understanding.
Mm-hmm.
But is there anyone who has an idea what they want to do first?
Well, I'll go ahead and pipe up and say I certainly do think I know what I want to do, and I do have a plan. The first thing I think I want to do is to reduce our heat.
All right, how is Edward going to go about that?
Well, I'm a man about town. I know people, and I have some connections. So I'm going to go ahead and slowly start slipping people little bribes, start asking for little favors in return, and finally get a little bit payback on ever offered to give me something for free.
All right, so this sounds like a consort role.
Yes, indeed. So I'll go ahead and start consorting around.
So how this works is when you click on the thing, it'll bring up the usual commands. If you just bring it down to a fortune roll, because there's no fallout from a lot of these except if you overindulge your vice. But the better
Right.
you roll, obviously, the better results of this.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I'll mention, which is because it's one of my favorite rules about the downtime thing, is that if you involve one of your friends or one of the crew contacts in your downtime action, you get +1 dice. So if you want an extra dice, you just need to get someone else involved, like one of the friends on your sheet or a character from the crew.
Right. For right now, though, I think I'll probably go about and just do this on my own and just
Fair enough.
throw it out there as an example.
Yeah.
And I guess just set it to standard. Okay. Let's go ahead and give it a roll. No bonus dice. And we have a 6 and a 4.
All right, so your 6 is your highest.
Mhm.
And with all these, 1 to 3 is 1 tick of progress. 4 and 5 is 2. 6 is 3.
And we have 3 total heat.
Yep, and a critical, which is 2 6s or more, is 5. So we're going to reduce your heat down for the crew is 0.
So you remember how we almost got caught by the guard last time and even had someone thrown in jail? They've already forgotten about that.
Well, they seem satisfied enough beating up the professor, it would seem. Unfortunately. So that's Edward's first action for his downtime. Who's next?
I have a long-term thing I want to start.
All right.
Wait a minute, aren't you in jail?
No, he got off with a brutal beating.
It's a good trade-off.
Carry on.
He got thrown in the drunk tank, basically. No crime, just go away.
But yeah, I would like to begin the first step of crafting my hull.
All right, so we're going to probably work on the body or the core first.
I think stage 1 says it's the inner chassis. The articulated metal skeleton of the hull.
Now, for those at home, the Sparkcraft is a chapter in here for doing projects and stuff like that, and one of the examples of a complex project is building a hull. So yeah, the inner chassis is a tier 6 complexity. So it is quite the project you're starting.
Yes. I believe the problem here is I don't know if I want to spend a coin to upgrade the quality of the crafting roll required, because I should probably save the coin for the recovery, because I want to try and do 3 downtimes.
Right, actually pay for a doctor instead of just lying in bed all day.
Well, no, it's because in my head I'm thinking I want to do this long-term action. I want to train, and then I want to recover, and doing a third one's going to cost me coin. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but this is a tier 6 roll. So
Yeah, so
do
you have
I?
a tier 0 crew,
I
which starts at 0. You have a workshop, which increases the quality by 1. So even with a critical on this roll, you're not going to be able to get high enough for this.
no. Okay.
No, you're going to need
Without
better
spending
equipment
coin.
or something.
Can you explain? Can you explain in full? How do you reach 6 quality?
Okay. So when you have a crew, your crew has a tier rating. So all your endeavors start at your crew's tier rating, which right now the teeth is 0. So until they can bring up their rating, most of your actions where it's acquiring gear or inventing or long-term projects, they start at tier 0. Characters can improve a tier of what they're trying to do with coin or specialized equipment. Like your crew has a workshop, which means everything you work on Sparkcraft wise is considered 1 tier higher than your crew.
Okay, so you're saying at best I could get tier 4
Well,
from 0.
from
1
0 without
coin, 1
crewing.
workshop, and if I critted, I could get +2, so I could get to 4 at best.
With what you have right now, yes.
Right. Okay.
And looking
And
at
then
the
you
sample,
spend coin to increase, so you could go +2 coin to make
Well,
it 6.
only have 1 coin, so
Yeah, so
that's the issue.
Yeah.
obviously, right now that's the issue.
got it.
Mhm.
Got it. Okay, so I'm gonna roll that back then because I can't start this project because I have no chance of success. And I'm the professor. I
money.
should understand that.
Mhm.
Well, wait a sec. How much would you have success if someone helped you?
The problem is that I would just need money.
The thing he's building is one of the hardest things to build out of the examples. It requires tier 6 and tier 7 items to put together to make this hull.
So we can't even do it unless we have tier 6 stuff.
Well, we can't
Well-
do it without more money or a higher tier crew, so it's going to require us, or it's going to require, I guess, me investing more into the crew or just getting more money eventually.
Okay.
Money is the fastest route to high tier
No,
stuff.
I'm willing to help. So because apparently more than one person can help with the downtime activity.
Right, but it would require more money than you have too. I mean, I would literally
Right.
be asking everybody for everything. It's like that's not no. I'll just take
Get
a
more
recover
money.
action
And that's
first.
just for the first part of this project.
Well, I guess I did say long-term project, and recovery is a long-term project, so I'll just go to
Yeah.
recovery instead.
All right.
Get healed up.
How hurt are you?
Tier 3 harm? I don't know really how to read this. I've gone from less effect to -1 die to need help, so.
He's got 1 in each of the boxes you can have without being killed. He's still got a blank 1 and 2 box, but the professor's beat up pretty bad.
Yeah, you're gonna need to recover
I'm willing to
quite a
help
bit.
with the recovery because I feel like you got hurt helping me, and that makes me feel bad. So I think you just need help.
Now, the biggest issue your crew has, I don't think anyone has a friend or a contact who's a physiker or even a rival. Do you?
I do. I have
Oh.
one of my dangerous friends is Sawtooth of Physica.
But you didn't select them as one of your friends, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, he's not like my close friend, but he's still one of my on my
He-
list of friends.
He was one of the options you had. Like you put one who likes you, one
So
who
the way
dislikes
I
you.
understand these lists is that they're all friends and or contacts of ours. It's just that one of them is
Oh.
close and one of them is.
No. These are two. You pick 2 people you know, one who likes you, one who dislikes you. If you wanted to change it up at this point because characters are still new, I'm good with that.
No. I'm happy with my choices. That's just not how I understood how the friends.
That's alright, my
That's
friend will
okay.
be real good after a couple more days of hanging out with you people. Because my good friend's a corpse thief, so. Good for me, good for Pariso after he's done with our little arrangement.
Now, a short, long-term project the crew could work on would be trying to acquire a doctor who's willing to work on you without, reporting where these injuries came from.
He fell down some stairs, you see. Like, several times.
Ah, yes, making the joke of domestic violence.
I mean, do you want to admit you got beat up by the police? Keep your
Like-
reputation intact.
Oh, look at him. He's an infirm
What-
person.
What
He's suffered
reputation?
an injury.
I'm a stranger. I don't have a reputation. I'm Teresa, not Taikarosi.
For now, if you were to just acquire a doctor who isn't a contact or a friend, anything, they'd be acting at tier 0, which means they're rolling with 0 dice, so it's 2 dice, take the lowest.
Go for it.
Of course, you can spend coin and everything else to up this.
Nope, apparently money's real important to me right now, so just go for it.
Hold on. I want to assist. Can I spend coin to do this?
Anyone can, but the coin comes after the roll.
Okay, where's coin tracked on the sheet?
Everyone has a place for coin, as well as the crew itself has a place for coin. It should be just below your healing box.
Oh, there it is. It says I have 0 coins. Didn't we get
You have
coins
one from
the
last time.
Everyone should have 1 coin.
All right. I would like to spend my 1 coin to help with the professor's healing.
Okay, well, let's do the roll first, and we'll see if he can get any help. So
Okay.
this is rolling at a 0. So it's going to be the lower of the 2 dice.
Okay.
So 3. So it would put 1 tick on the professor's clock for recovery. 1 coin would bring it up to a 4-5, which would put 2 ticks. 2 coin would bring it up to a 6, which would put 3 ticks. Unfortunately, the professor needs 4 ticks to recover some of his injuries.
I'll spend a coin to make that two ticks.
All right, so check off your coin from your box, and the professor gets 2 progress on his recovery.
I just imagine I'm like leaning over your shoulder. Just, no, that's not a good enough job. Do better. Coin on table.
All right, so with that, Grid or Precio, do you have any ideas for what you want to do for your first round of downtime?
Well, does investing in his healthcare, is that one of my downtime activities?
No, that's just spending coin. Coin is easy
Oh.
to spend.
Excellent. So how many of these downtimes do I get?
2
Just
Two.
one
free.
action? I
2,
get
you'll
2.
get 2 actions, but you can also get additional ones with coin.
Well, I'm out of money, so we're done with that.
Yeah, whoops.
Well, I would like to spend time training because I don't like the way we failed too many rolls last time.
All right, and what are you training in?
Prowess.
All right, so because of your crew's ability, you get 2 ticks of that.
Okay. Let's see. And we need to do research. So we need to get our gang to go up, right? Because we need a high level gang in order to build the professor's higher level machine, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that requires us to gain rep, which we get by doing missions. And
Yep.
Okay. So can I spend a downtime activity to build the gang?
What do you mean?
Sounds like the cat said no.
No one asked you.
I guess that would fall under like a long-term project, right?
Well, it depends what he's thinking. There are a number of ways to build the gang. Like building up rep is just as the missions go, they come. There's also looking out to build out the grid below rep, which is turf and luxury fences and other different side things from taking over sections of Duskfall.
Okay, but we need to build up the quality before we can get the higher level stuff, right? We need to get to a higher tier gang.
yeah, which is what we do by doing missions and getting rep.
Okay, so that's not a downtime activity.
No, downtime activity could be like acquiring assets, getting enough favors that you could get like a one-time use of something, or getting equipment like smoke bombs or something, like something extra that your characters don't normally have access to. Smoke bombs is a bad example because I think some of you do have access to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I would like to
probably.
get some unusual equipment.
All right, what are you looking at getting?
Hey, I'm annoyed that we delivered a bomb to someone else, but I don't actually own a bomb. I want a bomb.
Are we talking like something fancy or just explosives?
Nothing fancy. I mean, explosives, yeah. Either, I guess, either gunpowder or Leviathan juice or whatever it is that passes for combustible.
But ultimately, like a handful of grenades or something here.
Now, are you looking for a one-use item, or are you looking to make contacts that could get you this stuff?
Well, I suppose I would have to look for contacts that can get me this stuff because I don't have any coin. And I'm guessing that at some point you're going to ask me for money in order to get this.
I think in terms of just acquiring assets, the answer is actually I'm not sure.
Well, I'm looking at this as more he's trying to establish a contact
Yeah.
or a friend, as it were, who has access to these things. So I've created a clock. And
I mean, I
this
guess
is-
that's what I would have to do because, I mean, like, I would like to just have a bomb and get a bomb, and I am a thief, so I wouldn't necessarily have to pay for it.
well, if you're just looking to steal a bomb, that'd be more acquiring assets.
Yeah, let's acquire an asset. Let's get a bomb.
All right, I'm going to delete this clock then.
So what do I do?
So the first thing we do with acquiring assets is we decide how difficult it is. We figure out the tier of the piece of item you're trying to get.
It doesn't have to be a big bomb. I just need something that can blow open a door.
Mm-hmm. So we're looking at something that's maybe a tier 1 or 2 is what you're looking for.
Yeah, let's start with the tier 1.
Okay, so you're going to tell me how you're going about that. We'll make a roll, and you'll need to get a 6 on this roll. So if you're
Well,
just... Go ahead.
I'm guessing the best way to get a bomb like that is to go to the armory and steal one.
So that would be
or fill out some...
ahead.
the other option would be to fill out some paperwork. What's the skill used for forgery?
Forgery would probably be either a sway, would be my guess.
Okay.
Maybe study.
Yeah, see, I'm much better with prowling and finesse. So I'm
Yeah.
much better off if I can use prowl to steal one, like find
Absolutely.
find a militia or construction site that's poorly guarded, and just take one of theirs when they're not looking. And I'm especially only looking for a tier 1, so not something that would be under a lot of scrutiny.
That's fair. Do you have a friend or contact that you could call on that would make sense?
I do.
Mhm.
Petra, the city clerk, can tell me who's filled out permits for construction and explosives and direct me to several sites that might be using them.
Absolutely. So that will give you a +1 die. So you're going to click on your prowl.
Okay, so click on prowl.
Mhm.
All right. What is the position?
Fortune roll.
Fortune roll. Excellent. And then the effect?
It's not going to matter. It's just going to be you either get
Standard
the 6 or...
then.
Yeah.
And then I get +1 die because Petra, my friend, tips me off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is a crappy roll.
Fair. So you steal some pieces and bits, and you think you have a bomb. But on closer inspection, when you get home and look at it in the light, you realize you just took some extras. So basically, you have some blanks.
Wait, this isn't saltpeter fulguration. This is just bat guano. Well, that was fun. That was 2 things. I believe that's all I get. 2 detective
No,
and
that's one thing.
No, I also trained.
Oh, right, yes. So Presto is done. So going back to everyone else, you still have 1 downtime action.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone have an idea of what they want to do with their second action?
I haven't used either of mine yet, so
Go for it.
Sorry, Grid.
I'm most certainly going to start with relieving my stress because I'm up at 6 stress, and if we're going to go on another mission, I'm going to need stress.
Yeah.
So
you'll notice there's an indulge vice button there.
sure do.
You click on that, and it will do the calculation for you. What it does, it rolls your lowest of prowess, resolve, and insight.
Yeah, I actually have equal prowess, resolve, and insight. I have two
Yep.
2 dots. in each, so it'll be 2
Yeah, so
dice.
this should go pretty well, and your highest dice will remove that amount of stress.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a friend along.
Who are you taking with you?
So if we're going with only the two, if we only know the 2 people on our list rather than all of them, or
Mhm.
who was our crew contact again?
Well, we know all of them, right? We're only friends
that-
with one and an enemy with another.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
always sort of seen it run as like they're all friends, but like they're not close friends, except for the one that you
I
pick
would
as
say
like
more
an
acquaintances than friends at
So
best.
so do they qualify for this, for like the taking someone along thing, or is only the people who we've got the up
It
arrows
would
for?
need to be a friend or a contact, so someone you've actually invested in.
That makes
So you
sense.
have
Okay.
Mercy. The crew has Nellie, the spirit trafficker, as the contact. I know you were asking about that a moment ago.
Yeah. I think I think this is my close friend, Mercy.
Okay.
So Mercy is someone I used to work with.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually my old boss's sister. And probably the only reason I'm not dead at the moment.
Fair.
Um, and I think she is acting as like my equivalent of a corner person, because when we see
Okay.
Grit, he is like, um, yeah, stripped down to the waist, and he's got bandages around his knuckles. He's in a bare knuckle like
Brawler.
fighting pit down in Dunslow, which is like the ghetto outside the main part of the city.
Yeah, it's the place the poor people go and say, "Thank God I didn't grow up there."
Yeah, exactly. I think it's run by like a corrupt sergeant from the nearby prison as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so let's see how well this goes before I describe the fight that he's in.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mercy's sort of acting as my corner person, and making sure that I stay hydrated and all that good stuff.
Yeah, is she the type to throw in the towel if it looks like you're in trouble, or no?
I think she knows that that isn't what I want. I like getting hurt, and I like hurting people. So
All right.
it's just a never throw in the towel kind of situation.
Just checking.
Yeah. Um, I think if she thought I was gonna die, she might do it because she actually likes me. But that's about. She's pretty
Fair.
cold. So.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I asked. All right, so you
Alright.
get to bring your stress down by 5.
Nice. That puts me at 1 stress.
So
8 to
Grit's in
burn.
much better situation for the next mission.
Yeah, and I think like this fight just goes incredibly well for Grit. He just beats the hell out of some. He might even be in like a 2 versus 1 fight, but he's a trained fighter, and they're just like
Yeah.
scrabbly people trying to get paid. And yeah, there's like cheering and stuff. People know him there. It's a good time for him.
People
Mhm.
get their blood in circus here.
That's it.
They watch you beat a man raw.
Probably.
It's all blood, you see.
All right.
Yeah, that's my first downtime action.
Yeah, so with the 3 you have an action left, do you have any ideas what you want to do?
I think I will also train in prowess, and I don't know that I need another scene for that. It's sort of like,
No, just some
Mm.
ticks.
yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, he's in there fighting, and that's as
That's
Now here,
prowess
I can help you train. Remember, people can strike at any time. Like now.
and that's what puts the professor back in the hospital.
How'd the professor get in between you two and the punch?
Really,
Oh,
we need to
I
put
was
a
just gonna
railing on-
ask if you wanted breakfast.
Oh, perfect.
You can't sneak up on a man, Professor.
Too bad it's all over the floor.
I was going to train as well, but if I hear that Pariso is trying to get his hands on a bomb, I could try making a bomb.
That's true.
Although the bomb that you're trying to make is less than a grenade if we're making it tier 2, because a grenade is tier 3. So, but I mean, I could always shoot for a tier 2 bomb.
Okay, wait. So a grenade is tier 3. What the heck is a tier 1 bomb?
Probably something big enough to blow up a lock.
I could see that.
Yeah, because a smoke bomb is tier 2. But yeah, no, I mean...
Wait, a smoke bomb is tier 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, a smoke bomb also has a large effect over an area, whereas
True.
yours is like a little target. I mean, you could make an explosive like that big that is just below the lock off of a...
It would at least be a loud noise.
Yeah, you're making something with the effect that a foot could do. So...
Well, it's also a distraction, because it could be, you could put it on a fuse, put it somewhere else, and then,
Right.
Make a loud bang.
So yeah, making a small explosive would just be a crafting roll, right?
Yeah. It would be... Yeah.
So, tinker.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you're making it, that means you can put it inside a human skull, right?
I mean, if I open the skull first, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
What's the position? Just controlled?
It's just a fortune roll with these things. It's just going to determine the tier with how well you do. So
Okay, I thought I had to hit my tinker, because tinker is +1 die for each tinker dot, which is effectively just the same as tinker.
Yeah, no, it's tinker. But when you're making this, you get +1 quality to the result. So on a 1 to 3 roll, you're still making a tier 0 item.
Sorry, I've never rolled fortune before, so I was trying to figure out where that was at. Okay, 2 dice for 2 dots in tinker.
Yeah. So with your workshop and with your artificer skill, you're starting at tier 1 minimum.
This just has input value notes. But is that where I put just +2 or?
Oh, is it not giving?
No, I hit 2 dice and I hit submit, and now I have a pop-up that says input value notes.
That's just going to pop up in the thing in Roll20. So if you want it to be like getting a bomb, you just put that there.
I'm just wondering, did you click on tinker or did you click on fortune?
Fortune.
Okay.
You said fortune, right?
Yep. So it's a 4-5. So we're starting at tier 1, 2 to start. If you wanted to spend a coin, you can bring it up to tier 3, making it a full bomb.
Well, we only wanted a tier 2 small bomb anyway, so...
Yeah. So just add that to your notes, a small...
Yeah, I'll take whatever.
You've got the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a tier 2 bomb?
Tier 2 bomb.
Okay, wow. Thank you.
You spent money on me, least I can do.
No one's ever, given me a bomb before that wasn't already primed.
Literally the guy that we just did a mission for did.
That wasn't for me, that was for someone else, which makes me very curious.
All right, so to continue on with people's downtime, just a reminder, the professor's only halfway healed, so if he gets injured in this mission, he loses the progress on that healing.
Just remember, everybody, the professor's a frail man.
Mm-hmm.
We should definitely heal you up some more. Do we have any coin in the crew?
We should save
When
the
do we
coin, the
clear the
crew's
door?
coin for the crew.
Well, the crew itself doesn't have any coin. You guys decide the 4 coin
Are
we're
we
going to be
split
split
it
among
4
you.
ways?
Right.
Yeah, we divvied it up, and we just spent it.
And I put more emphasis on my future project than I do my current health. Seeing as I came to you badly burned and dying already. This
the
is
problem
just...
if you have a level 3 harm, you literally can't do anything with us helping you or pushing yourself.
Yeah, so I'm glad we're working on that. So yeah, no, it's just the professor will have to take it easy. Don't worry, the professor will help. He made a bomb.
Well, I'll just be the in the back. I'll be your Charlie. I'll just be your Charlie.
Okay.
Took me a minute to remember. I was about to literally ask you who was the guy on the phone in Charlie's Angels, and I got to the thought Charlie, and I'm like, wait, that's Charlie. Don't say it out loud. You'll sound stupider than you are.
We don't
Oh.
have any sort of equipment to communicate with you remotely, alas.
Mm,
Nope.
no, it's not industrial
I have
cities.
this
Not big
tin
on.
can and some string. Just be sure you pull tightly on it, otherwise the reverberations of the cord will not be able to carry your voice. It's a new technology I've only recently invented. It's going to take the streets by storm.
It's actually a dope long-term project, though. Like
I call it the
walkie-talkies.
telephony.
The telephone.
All right, so Edward and Grit, do you have an idea? Oh, Grit already did a second action, didn't he?
Mhm.
Edward, I
I
guess
did.
it's back to you.
Well, I was considering indulging in my advice, but I'm only at 3 stress, and I just had reread it, and overindulgence is a thing. If I roll higher
Sure
than
is.
3, bad stuff happens. So while I put
Yes.
in some good work on a Monday, I ought to get through the rest of the week first before indulging. So
Alright.
I'm going to go choose to train, because I made almost no experience last time.
And which
and
of
I
the
Great.
4 boxes are you ticking up?
I'm going to go ahead and train in prowess.
All right.
So I have nothing in there.
All right, so that concludes the downtime segment of what your character's been up to mechanically during this time.
I might spend my coin and take the professor to see my contact Sawtooth, the physiker. We're not close friends, but he'll get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like, he's
think-
not going to provide you a bonus dice, but he's someone
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
to.
Yeah. I think that works for me. This is the
Right.
guy who fixes me up when I get a little too overindulgent in those pit fights.
Mm-hmm.
But why is he called Sawtooth?
Well, I think like one half of he only has like 5 teeth on his bottom jaw, and they're all made out of like iron or something. Something that's probably going to get him lead poisoning very shortly. But
You mean
I
like
don't
lead?
think we're. I
Yeah,
don't think we know that much about lead
famously, he
But,
got lead poisoning from those iron teeth. Wait, what?
Yeah,
I am
mean,
a
like,
professor, you know.
that's it, right? He's got metal teeth, and that's why they call him Sawtooth, I guess.
Yeah, metal dentrifice would be around this time period, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
The problem is stainless steel. I don't know if we actually have that. That's the problem.
Oh.
All right, so we're going to get another tier 0 roll. So if you want to make a... Well, I guess you're with him, right?
Yeah, do I count as a friend?
You're a friend, so it'll be 1 die.
Yeah. I consider myself the professor's friend.
At least a contact.
You could be my Gilligan.
You feel you roll it, Thedo, since it's your healing.
Oh, do I? Okay.
Wait, Professor, do you have a hat that you can take off and beat us with? Yeah.
No, that's the skipper. How many dice?
Oh.
1 bonus dice, so
1 die.
die.
All right, so that's 2 more ticks, Professor.
All right, that completes the clock.
All right, so that means all your injuries drop by 1 level. So your level 1 vanishes.
Okay.
Your
Okay,
level
so
2.
bruised goes to 1, and then blue coat beating goes to 2.
Yep.
I understand now. I'm getting it. You filled in the
Huh?
2 thing.
Harm is pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal.
No,
That's
yeah.
why we use armor.
If
Well,
you had...
until the... Go ahead.
No, I was saying if you had it, that's all I was going to say.
Yeah, for sure.
I chose to build things, which I've done one of at least.
Hmm.
Oh, hey, I almost forgot my ability. So technically I could have reached to 5. Since I'm an artificer. I get plus
Yeah, you
1
got the
result
workshop.
level.
On a really
Okay.
good roll, you could have, yeah.
Well, no, artificer take plus 1 result level to your roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
up
could have
1
gotten to
tier.
5 at max, which is still 1 below, but still. If
That's
I
still
had
getting
crit,
closer.
I mean... Yeah, no, I just didn't look at it. I mean, it doesn't get me there anyway. I'm just thinking out loud. Not reading my own abilities.
That's fair. So have we covered everyone's downtime?
Yep, I think
Think
we're all
so.
good to go.
Anyone spending more coin to get an extra downtime, or we're going to move forward?
I think we've spent all the coin we have.
I'm going to
Unless we
save
start-
mine.
Ironically,
unless we
I
start
still have a
spending-
coin.
Oh, okay.
Well, again, as I've already explained, I was shit when you met me. I don't really put my health. My whole thing is I need to build myself a new body. This one's dying.
Mm-hmm. We still need you on the score, so I'm happy spending my money.
All right.
And what's the result of 2 harm? Is I have 1 died, minus 1 die to everything? Is that correct?
Minus 1 die to anything that a beating would interfere with.
Wow, so my brain is fine.
Your brain is fine. Your body's not in the greatest shape.
And what's the 1 effect of harm? The 1 less effect.
Less effect. So anything where bruised would interfere, it's a lesser effect. So if you'd have standard, you're down to lesser. If it's greater, it's down to standard.
Understood.
Think we need a job, boss.
Job, we just did one.
We also spent a lot of money, mate.
Well, I mean, you spent a lot of money, but all points taken. All right, well, I suppose I'll go round up some of the usual suspects and see what's on the block.
All right.
Don't get that guy in the white coat. He's literally the devil.
So, how do we go about getting some brand new work? Oh, actually, you know what? We have this thing on the table, this unmarked, unopened package.
Mm-hmm.
Professor, this came from the lockup. We haven't opened it yet, and I wasn't really sure what to make of it. Could you safely open this?
I could indeed open this.
Well, let's go ahead and have a look.
What is it, like just cardboard, or what is it, like metal box? What are we looking at?
It's a metal box. It's about the length of a person's arm.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 8 inches by 6 inches. The label's been damaged, so you don't know who it was going to. And it's got a padlock, which is pretty significant for the quality of the box.
Okay, do I think I could figure out the combination for the padlock, or you mean it's like a lock,
Looking at the lock and the complexity of it, it might be easier to break the box than it would be to pick the lock. But you can give it a tinker either way, depending on how you want to go about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to try and figure out if I could, figure out what the word's escaping me. Not spindle. You know how padlock typically has the little the
Teeth.
bits, the bits that line up
Well-
inside.
Yeah,
Is this a key padlock or is this a combination padlock?
it's a key.
Oh, see, I
Yeah,
thought that's what I was asking. I thought it was a combination padlock. That's
Yeah.
why.
Combination padlocks are modern. This is a key padlock, so we'd have to pick it.
All
So
right,
you
well,
can pick
yeah.
it, right?
Sure, if it's Tinker, I can. Well, if it's Wreck, I could
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, rack, tinker, finesse. All those could apply
Controlled,
for-
risky. What are we looking at here?
It's not even going to be a roll. You got no worries of the world.
I got lots of worries. None
Oh,
apply
if
to
it's
this
a Wreck-
lock.
It's not
If it's
a
rack, I
time-sensitive
can
thing.
assist you.
Yeah, Parisio, give you that explosive.
No, you just use a hammer and chisel.
No, I just use a finely worked instrument, some sort of tinker tool.
Oh, no. Let me know if you change your mind about the chisel.
You can use that on my neck later. Much later.
All right, so either way, the professor looks at this box. It doesn't look trapped. After a while of just filling with the lock, it eventually pops open. Inside is a very, very nicely crafted pistol. It looks like it has a bone handle. The metal looks very refined. It's very shiny. There's carvings of whales and leviathans all over the gun. There is some electro spark ammunition in with it.
Mm.
Whoever ordered this paid a lot of money to get it.
Is it battle worthy or just a showpiece?
Who has skirmish or a good understanding of guns?
Yeah,
That would
that-
be me. Hello.
Yeah, both of us, I think.
Hmm.
Do you want me to roll skirmish or study or survey?
This would be a study or
Study,
survey.
okay.
Study or survey could go work. Both could work for this.
I have one die.
Yeah, I only
Right.
have one in survey. You go ahead.
You know, if you want me to study it, I have 2 dice.
I will assist the professor if I can do that.
Yeah, you can do a
'Cause
group
I'll be
action
honest,
if you want.
my first
Mhm.
question also was a duelist piece. Is it only good for one shot? Does duelist piece typically look ornate like this?
Well, most guns are only good for one shot
in
Yeah.
the setting. Yeah.
in this setting.
But I
I'll-
guess. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll assist the professor. Like, I'll examine it. We'll take notes. We both speak the same language, and we're both career antiquarians.
Hmm.
Is a die roll needed?
We're gonna do nerd
Mhm.
stuff.
I don't think a die roll is needed with the specialties you guys have. Like I said, you're not in any rush. This isn't something that has to be done immediately. Taking a look and doing a little study about it, this is definitely a dueling piece. You're guessing somewhere from 50 to 60 years old.
Not too old, and so it is not a showpiece. It's an actual weapon.
Yes.
Okay, that would explain the quality ammunition. Okay, so so this is both a viable weapon and a collector's piece. I say we sell it.
Something occurs to me though. If it was a duelist piece, those usually come in pairs. Unless somebody was getting a gun sent to them to have a duel in the future.
Okay, you keep saying it's a duelist piece, and I keep telling you guns in this time period only have one shot. This
Well,
could just
I
be
asked, is it a duelist piece? And the guy who's the god of the game said it's a duelist piece.
It
So-
certainly looks like
Yeah,
it, yes.
Dan.
My knowledge is that it's a duelist piece, and I can say that to Parisio with the satisfaction of knowing that a higher power has told me so.
I like it.
Well, all I can say is, given the age we've been told, whoever's gun this used to be probably failed the duel.
No, what I'm saying is that it was being sent to somebody, which means that maybe somebody had been challenged and was being
And now they
sent,
haven't gotten it.
Yeah, was being sent a duelist weapon.
Well, they've
So,
also got locked up, which means that it's somewhat sus.
and if there's anyone around here to deliver contraband, it's definitely us.
Well, I was merely looking at it. Sorry, boss. I was merely looking at it in the way of if somebody was in need of this, they might
Mhm.
be willing to pay for it. But
Precisely my thoughts.
the salient point also that if it was in lockup, then perhaps something else has happened, and it's not even a concern.
So then I believe it would probably be our first task to discover who this is supposed to go to and how much they can pay for it.
Well, we still have this key. Don't know how long it's going
Oh.
to be good for.
Oh, we certainly do. We can definitely take more. We just need to not let them see us too often. Or have too many
Hmm.
things go missing.
Would they have like a ledger or something in there?
They would, I think, over in the offices. But that's a
Right.
little less street facing. Still, first things first, I'd like to try to do some carousing around to see who this could possibly go to.
All right.
So, what should I be looking at here to figure out who this should be delivered to?
Who are you approaching to ask about it? Just the general citizens? Are you going to a certain faction?
This is a good point. The answer is I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Let's-
So just a reminder, you guys are in good terms with the Railjacks,
Mhm.
and that was kind of where it was stolen from.
Right. I think maybe an inquiry over there actually might be best. They're willing to work with us. We're on good terms, and I can just kind of ask, where would this kind of thing go? Who would have been ordering this?
We also have a crew contact who is an arms dealer, so
Oh,
They-
we
they
we
might
do.
that's also
Just not one we have just yet, I think.
Not yet.
Again, they're not a close friend, but they are a contact, so we could
Well,
go to
no,
them.
the contact you have is Nelly. The others are people
Oh,
in the
okay.
city that are not established contacts yet.
Oh, I see.
Mhm. Where the friends that aren't listed could be acquaintances or people you've heard of.
Mhm.
The contacts, these are the ones who are checked off, are people who work with your crew.
Right.
Yeah. So, but we know this person exists, so we could go to them.
Oh, there's
Potentially.
always arms dealers out there.
Mm.
So I suppose I'll go ahead and ask around with the Railjacks.
Okay. So Edward makes his way down. And, they spot you. They give you kind of a solemn nod as they're working.
Mm-hmm. Right, and I'll approach a couple of them and strike up conversation and try to start piecing together this little mystery. Because
Right,
there's not too much that they would know, but maybe someone saw the tag before it got all scuffed off.
So you tell them about, you came in possession of a dueling pistol. Probably not tell them how.
Of course not.
Yeah. But it might have had a rail tag and no name. So yeah, give me a consort. This is going to be a controlled situation, standard effect.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to push yourself to improve the effect or get more dice?
I don't think I need to push myself right now.
Fair.
Let's just see how it turns out. And no
Sure.
bonus dice here. 2 and a 1.
All right.
Nobody's
So
seeing anything.
As you bring up the dueling pistol a couple times, a couple different people, they clam up real tight, going, "No, that's not something we would stop. Nope, no, sir."
Naturally, I'm not quite buying that sort of line.
But it's the same reaction with a couple different people, so you know it's something's up.
Indeed. So, a lot of them are keeping their lips tight, and it's not really certain why. So, maybe there's a larger ring going around here that this was supposed to be smuggled through.
Would you have brought me with you for this kind of endeavor?
Yeah, just, like on my shoulder, doing the bodyguard thing. Sure.
Yeah, if they're not susceptible to your sweet talk, I might try another tack and start the more intimidating way of getting information out of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like what did you? They said something like definitely wouldn't stop something like that. Haven't heard of that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just like lean in and I say, "Listen up, you little squirrel. Tell us what you know." I'm gonna use a command roll.
All right.
Ooh.
Are you gonna push yourself?
Sorry.
Are you gonna push yourself or no?
I don't really want to use stress before we start a mission.
There's
Do you have
also
I
a
know.
devil's bargain.
Yeah, do you have a devil's bargain for me?
Yeah, whoever this weapon was supposed to go to, will find out that you may have it.
Well, that's
kind of
almost the
what-
point.
Yeah, but they're probably not going to want to pay us, are they? Given that they've probably already paid for the weapon. Tricky. What do you feel, Griff?
Go for it.
All right, cool. I'll take it then.
All right. So take your free die.
And still like controlled standard for this, or like
It's going to be risky standard at this point because it's already
Right.
failed once. People are getting a little antsy about this.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. Just roll 3 6s.
I gotta see what
Or
I got.
not.
I didn't. Oh wow. Sure. We just never roll above a 3 apparently.
All right. So the guy gets a little panicked and as you kind of intimidate him, he kind of puts down the box he was working on and starts speed walking towards some of the other railjacks, looking a little nervous.
Well, it was worth a try.
Well, something's definitely up. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna ask Prospero. Maybe look into this. They're not going to talk, so maybe we could just watch them for a bit.
Good idea.
All right, Sir Rafferty, I'm going to approach Prospero and inform you of what has happened. They're tight-lipped. They don't want to say a thing, and even Grit couldn't get them to talk. I need you to follow them for a bit. See where they're going, who they're talking to. Especially this one. Word's about to get out. Rafferty, are you there?
Oh, we have lost the Rafferty.
No.
Well, you know
I
what they
guess.
say about herding cats.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I guess
no.
while that conversation's not happening, then I suppose the question is, if this completely falls through, I guess we should go ahead and keep looking for other jobs then too. So I'm going to keep my ear out for that too, and that'll be the rest of my day, I think.
Is the professor doing anything other than working in his shop?
Well, Pariso's back if you want to continue that line of conversation.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, sorry, I heard you were looking for me.
Right, Briso. Some of the railjacks seem to know what this pistol is supposed to be all about, but
Okay.
none of them are talking. Even Grit couldn't get them to open up. I want you to follow them for a little bit and see who they tell or what they talk about. Maybe they'll let it slip in their own conversation or lead you to someone.
Do you think
who
I have
knows.
nothing better to do than follow a bunch of like ne'er-do-well rail yard workers around and eavesdrop on their conversations?
Well, I pay you, so you better.
Oh, wait, I'm getting paid for this?
Later, presumably.
Oh, sucker! I was gonna do it for free. Yeah, I'll follow them around. What skill do you use in sneaking around and eavesdropping on people?
It
Prowling.
could be prowl, likely.
Prowl would be the skill I would use.
Mhm.
So is this controlled, risky, desperate?
It's risky because they've already riled up the railjacks.
Okay. Is it standard, limited, great, extreme?
It's standard at the moment. You can always push yourself to improve either of those situations.
And I have no bonus dice because I don't have any contacts or any other relevant abilities.
Not at the moment.
Yep,
Wow,
failure.
guys.
Never rolled above a 3. Welcome to today's game.
Wow.
By the way, for those of you keeping stock at home, that's 1 in 32 odds.
Doing
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I'll just come home, I guess. I didn't find anything.
All right, so but
4, 5,
the
6.
thing that
Yeah.
the fallout from this is they're starting to notice not only has your crew earlier come, ask things they didn't want to ask, then threaten them. Now the group's kind of spy, as it were, is starting to follow some of the workers home. So I'm going to start a small clock here on your crew sheet. It's going to be a 6-point clock with 2 clicks to start. And it's going to be Railjack Fallout. If this fills, you're going to lose 1 influence with the Railjacks.
Right, so ultimately, shouldn't push them too hard in the end.
Well, you still have 4 spots.
Let's
Hey,
fill them all up in one go.
the professor hasn't asked them what they Certainly not everybody couldn't roll under a 3.
hmm
What exactly are you trying to get out of them again?
We were just trying to figure out information about this dueling pistol, who it's supposed to go towards, and if or if not, we can get money out of it that way.